So I haven't been recording in a while. I'm going to try Justin with the stiff arm. This is basically a football game. It's basically like better Madden, but pixelated. Alright. This game is very difficult. This game gets very difficult, but it's a very fun game called Retro Ball. Okay. Save that. So, it's a very fun game on like it has 1 million downloads, but it's a good game. Like, let's just you have to like manage your team, manage it. Just don't give the enemy team the ball. Like, try not to get your ball intercepted. Because if you don't know this, like, when your ball gets intercepted, it changes hands, like in real football. But also around like halftime in this game, like, yeah, so around halftime, after halftime goes, I say on their side of the map. No. So how I say it? So this is their side of the map where we want to score. So after halftime, they push us to our side of the map, and then we have to run all the way back here. You have offense, and you have defense, and you have defensive line people. Yeah, so you have defensive line people. You have quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. The character I just used, Vichichi, is he doesn't really do much else. He runs. So the quarterback is like the one I'm playing. But they played a little bit different. By the way, if you get sacked, you go further back. So if you get caught before the blue line, the line goes back when the blue line goes back where the guys are defending. So you don't want that to happen. Want to stop that from happening. So in a situation like this, is a very good situation. It's a very good situation. So, like, the yellow line is always around 10 yards away from where the boys are tackling each other. So, there's 4 downs. If you don't get past that yellow line and the four downs, you basically get the opportunity in the ball. That's basically what happens. Stiff arms, you have strength, you have catching capabilities and stuff, and that allows you to get wrecked. Not get wrecked, but allows them to catch stuff faster. Strength allows them to, like, resist tackles and stuff. But if he was a little bit weaker, what if it would have downed him? He's not. Okay. Our boy might need a little bit better power. So you want good defensive players so you don't lose anything. You want good defensive players so they can't make touchdowns. You want your own team to be good at intercepting. Is basically what I'm trying to say. So you want your team to be able to like knock down the other team, stuff. So you want them to be able to do stuff like this, defend very easily. You don't want teammates. You don't want can't do that. Because if you have defense that like does this, you're basically screwed. Because you need good defense. Like you don't play defense in the game ever, but good defensive players are very good for helping get you intercepts and stuff when you're defending. So you don't see the defending part. It tells you what goes on. He forgot. What is this? Oh, dude, slow, my boy. Come up. I think it was. So this is important to look at because these lines tell you where the boys are gonna go. Yeah, it's kind of important to know where your team is at all times. Not because like you want to protect them, but because you want to at least know like where to throw the ball. Because if you look at how the enemy team's position, you look at how your team's position, like there's one guy here, but see the attacker guy's here. So if I throw it up to him, he's gonna get jumped. I throw it down to him, he's probably gonna get jumped too. If I change it like this, probably someone's not gonna get jumped very easily. So Justin, right there, was surrounded by a bunch of dudes. That's not what you want. You want your boys not surrounded. How I say it? You don't want your boys surrounded. You want your team to lose option. If you need the enemy team to not be right on. Because if they get the ball, you're basically screwed. If your defense is horrible. Like for me, my defense isn't bad. My defense isn't bad. It's just that the other team's offense. My defense compared to theirs is slower, but they're a lot better at tackling and stuff. This is also something like you should probably know how to do. So less experienced players on the other team are more likely to tackle you and like close distances. Whereas how I say it. Don't really do that. They more keep going, and then when they're right next to you, they pick you up. Not like a good way. Like you see how he's moving? That player's experienced, so he knows, okay, the ball, so I have to probably move in this direction to catch this thing. It's what the AI is thinking right now. So they're saying, okay, let's do some tackles so we slow this guy down. Okay. Because some things you just can't dodge. Like some tackles you just can't dodge at all. Not because they're impossible, but mainly because, like, the enemy is right there. We won't win, so I just know it. Justin Kerr pretty much died. The team tried their best. Everyone's great except for, you know, my defensive line. And that's what my team is. So if you do really good, even though you don't want to. So I'm playing a gym. But really, everyone except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. There are only 10 teams that won. Every other team wants to because I'm not good. I'm gonna reject all the field goals.